What's up, guys? Flying Scorpion here. It has been like a month and then some since I've made a PGAC for Evolve. I'm excited to make this one. I've been very busy. I've been getting back into exercise. I've been getting back into dating. I've been working a lot. I'm going to school next month. I just don't have the time to make these videos, unfortunately, or really even play that many video games, unfortunately. But I had 3 days off in a row this week. Today's my last day off. I wanted to make a video. It just so happened to be at the same time that the patch came out. Like, my first day off was the same time that the patch came out. And I'll be honest, even then I didn't get to play until like later on at the end of the day and just play for a little bit. So, yeah. But some people have wanted me to do a new video specifically for Jack, the new Hunter player, but I don't have enough time to do that. I mean, okay, I do. I have enough time to do that, but I'm choosing to do it for Wraith instead. I don't have enough time to do it for both of them. And given the choice between one or the other, I'm going to do it for Wraith because there's been changes the way that I play as Wraiths, and I just do it a little bit differently now. And I want to go over that just to help you become a better player. And hopefully this will encourage more new players to play as Monster, because I think that what's going on right now is like a lot of the new players are just playing as Hunter because they think it's easier or something like that. I mean, it is hard to play as Monster. I legitimately think that it's a little bit harder to play as the Monster. At least it was last patch. Now monsters seem buffed, so I don't know, whatever. I just really want more new players to play as Monsters so that when I play on the Hunter team, it's like an equal. I don't know. Anyways, let's not get into it. Let's not get into that. All right. So, yeah, this is just some random arena match I played. I think it's like the only arena match that I played as Wraith since the patch came out. I'm choosing it because it's just a lot of combat compressed into 2 matches very quickly, and it demonstrates really how I fight as Wraith. So I've got the video in slow-mo just so that I have more time to talk about the decisions. So at stage 2, I put 3 into Warp Blast and 1 point into everything else. And then I put ability cooldown reduction. That's my personal preference. You can do it however you want. That's just how I do it. I think 1 point into Abduction is enough. It gets enough damage. It's got lots of range. It's recently been massively buffed in its damage. I'm not going to concern myself with who I'm up against. Mr. Dive, Tripaseka, Jack Manlington, and Dr. Millsy. I'm not super concerned about what the composition of the Hunter team is with the new way that I play. Now, it almost sounds like I've regressed in terms of my strategy because it's not as complex as it used to be. But it just sounds that way initially. All I do is take out the medic first. I don't care who the team is, if it's Lazarus or if it's Val and if it's Hank or if it's Cabot or whatever. I just take the medic out first. That's the new strategy for me. So again, we're in slow-mo. Of course, it's not. Let me just get rid of this on the screen. All right. So I'm looking around to find some food. And what I'm thinking is that, well, they can see if I eat right there. So I'm going to try to pull that back towards me. There we go. Grab it. Pull it towards me. See if I can eat it back here without getting interrupted. Which I do. So tracking darts don't break your ability to eat stuff. So there you go. You learned something new. Yeah, so that hits me. That does a decent amount of damage. Not a whole bunch. And I'm going to grab that and try to pull it back as well. Now I see Markov coming around the corner, so I'm just going to launch a decoy to keep him busy. So I'm backing up. Tripaseka knows where I am. She's trying to reveal me. I think they know that I'm trying to eat stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and try again. Unfortunately, I don't get to eat it. So it's time to get some fighting action going on here. So see, I don't actually attack him. I'm like, where's the medic? There's the medic. Now, I burn my transversals trying to get to him, and I'm stopped by that darn tootin' repulsion field. But I managed to get up to him. Don't take any damage from those mines, because I detonate them with my Warp Blast before getting in the mines. Aim right above his head. Get the abduction off. And I'm just going to pause it for a second here. Okay, so previously my strategy was, take out the support so that the shield isn't there anymore and the cloaking isn't there anymore, or do a bit of damage and then go hit somebody else to get the shield to attack somebody else instead, and then go back and get health damage on the medic and stuff like that. That's not the way I do it anymore. I just go hard. I go ham. I go hard as a motherfucker. I go balls deep and just hit the medic over and over and over and over again without relenting, without stopping, and you will break through the shield. You will do damage to the cloak. You will reveal them if you stay on top of them. That takes skill in being able to stay on top of the character after they cloak. So that's the way I do it now. I just attack, attack, attack on the medic relentlessly, and they will die. And then I take everybody else out. So I went to go do a mid-air swipe, but I think I got stuck on the bottom of Mr. Dive's feet. Really loving the extended range of the Warp Blast. Unfortunately, that one didn't land. So I'm going to get a nice abduct off on him. He's not going to be able to jetpack away. He's going to be stunned for a second afterwards, giving me room to do a two-handed cleave. Unfortunately, he gets shielded right before the two-handed cleave lands. That's okay. She's out of range of the shield again. Gets a little bit of a swipe, not too bad. He's going to get hit by this. Moves right in range of that. And they're doing health damage now, but it's not a big deal. Mr. Dive is about to die. There, Mr. Dive died right there. So I'm still swiping here. I'm a little disoriented. Okay, so there's Mr. Dive's corpse. Taking some damage, from the what's it called, the mine. So I'm gonna, I think, launch a decoy here. So what I do, I'm gonna back up here just a second, is when I launch the decoy, the first thing I do is I supernova. A sec here. Let's slow down. I'm gonna pause it as I do it. Supernova, decoy immediately afterwards. And what that does is that obscures the animation. It looks like you're just doing one animation, and also if you wait too long and you supernova and then like 2 seconds later you decoy, they're going to obviously see you do it and they'll know it's a decoy. But if you do it really in rapid succession, like supernova decoy, just like I do, it's harder for them to tell if it's a decoy or not. The supernova obscures the flickering of the decoy. When players launch a supernova, their behavior is a little bit different because they want to take advantage of the supernova's ability, so they attack just a little bit different. So it's just, it makes it a little more confusing for the hunters to tell, and also decoy has a 50% damage bonus. When you multiply that on top of supernova's damage bonus, decoy does insane damage if it can manage to get the damage off. So see, they're looking at that decoy. He's dropping his mine, so I start attacking him to blow up the mine and get a little damage off on him. I know that she's going for the revive, so I Warp Blast on top of it. So I actually went to transversal away, but their Jack did a great job stopping me. So I'm going to kill her, and I'm also going to damage the Assault with this Warp Blast. So she goes down, Assault takes some damage in the process. Turning around, I'm being pushed back, so I don't manage to get that abduct off. Now this is just me not having enough experience with fighting against Jack, so... Now unfortunately I failed on the rapid succession of using that ability, but it's good enough to get the job done. It detonates the mines. You want to use your decoy to blow up those mines. I'm hovering near the body, and now it manages to get a hit. That was a pretty solid hit, like he's almost dead. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this shield drone to stop. I'm timing it. I'm going in. Watch. The shield drone's going to stop just before he takes the damage. So he did take the damage, see? But that was to his personal shield. So that shield drone... Yeah, I timed it. The shield drone will stop shielding somebody after a certain period of time. I timed that Warp Blast to hit him right afterwards. He saved his ass by throwing up his shield right before that happened, or at least while he was getting shield, so he didn't die from it. But he's going to die from this. So down he goes. Jack Mannington is hiding behind the mines, so I'm going to use Abduction to pass through them. See how I barely take any damage from that? You can use Abduction to pass through mines without taking damage. I followed up with the two-handed cleave to send him into a tumble, and then immediately followed the two-handed cleave with a pounce attack. The reason you do that is you abduct, cleave, two-handed attack, and then do the pounce attack. Because when they're doing the tumble animation from the two-handed heavy attack, they can't fire at you and stop you from getting the pounce off. If you just go straight for a pounce, they'll shoot you in the face and stop you from... Especially Jack. He's got a rapid-fire pistol. I'm down! Yes, you are down. Next fight. Let's put this back to normal speed. No more distortion in the voice for a moment here. Round 2. Fight. Fight. Alright, so because they had so many mines out, I'm going straight for the fight. The armor that I would gain by spending the first, 60 minutes of the fight sneaking around eating was mitigated by the damage I would take after the mines get set up. So I'm just going to go in. I'm launching a decoy now. I want it to go break some of these mines up if possible. And there it goes. It does the job. Here's a bug in the game. I'm looking up in the air. I want a transversal up and then get an abduction off on Mr. Dive or a warp blast on Mr. Dive. But watch what happens. I'm going to warp blast directly forward into the mines instead. Bam! Turtle Rock Studios is aware of this, so anyways, I wouldn't intentionally do that. So I'm not going to do as well as I normally would because I'm dealing with a bug in the game, but I'm going to be able to win anyway. So I'm going to warp blast on top of him. I'm getting pushed back, so I'm just going to cleave instead. I see that she's just about in range. Getting right up next to her. That hit as well. Again, I don't care if I'm just doing damage to the shield. I'm still going to keep on hitting her because I'm skilled enough to keep pressure on the medic amidst all of these tricks and little things. See, she's cloaked, but I still see generally where she is. I can tell by her voice as well where she is. That shield is helping me see where she is. So there she is. She's almost dead. Cloaked again. She's still alive. She's here somewhere. I see her. I can hear her voice. So this is what I mean by having the skill. Now she's going to go down. I actually done damage. Did enough damage right through the shield, or the shield stopped on... went for the support instead. I know support's there. I can see her. I'm revealing her with my melee attacks. And there we go. Once the medic is down, I'm gonna take a ton of damage. See that? That was from the laser right there. I think maybe from a mine as well. So the next one it looks like I'm going for is the support. I'm trying to kill the support here. Abduction, those traversals are acting so weird. Anyways, not a huge deal. I'm gonna warp blast here, take out some mines in the process, as well as get a little damage off on the assault. Looks like I want to go for an abduct. Oh, no. I'm going to go for a decoy. Decoy's detonating some mines. Going for an abduction here. And managed to get it. Again, with abduction, you want to aim just a little bit above their head. If you want to land it. This drone is actually causing me some problems. So I'm actually going to get rid of it now. There we go. Getting some meaningful damage. Once again, the traversals are not working right. Like you saw, I was aiming up in the air, and I did not go up in the air. So he's going to die. Auto attack, melee attack to hit directly behind me. Or the auto aim melee attack. So she's got a new shield drone out. He's going to shield pretty soon here. Alright, I'll leave him alone. Hopefully I'm going to actually move in the right direction with that traversal. Yes, I do. Getting abduct off on her. Shield is still causing me some problems. Launching a decoy, and let's see here. He is almost dead. So I'm going to warp blast on top of him. Down he goes. So all that's left now is the support. I'm not super concerned. She tried to save him. I'm going to go for an abduct. I can see that she's cloaked right there. Abduct her to get some more predictability. I follow it up with a two-handed cleave, but instead it knocks her up onto the cliff, so I can't do a pounce attack afterwards. So I'm going to go around. I can tell that she's going in this direction. See, you can see her after you attack. She's visible for a second. Notice that there's tufts of dust when they're walking. She's becoming visible again, but see that right there, those tufts of dust? They do that when they move, even when they're cloaked. So you can use that to see them moving on the ground, and when they're up in the air, you can obviously see the jetpack trails. So there you go, we get the pounce attack. We're going to finish her off. We'll set it back to normal speed, or I'll just leave it at, now we'll set it to normal speed. So that's basically it. I focus on the medic first. I just relentlessly attack the medic, even through the shielding, even through the cloaking. If you can stay focused on the medic and stay clingy enough to them, they will die. I ignore everything else in the process. After the medic is dead, then you can start changing it up and doing some other things as well, like busting the shield drone like I did, or using a decoy to detonate mines and stuff like that. But that's basically it. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. This has been Flying Scorpion with the PGAC, first one in like a month. That's kind of like just a brief review of the new ways that I play as Wraith. Adios.